Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, talking about Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Victory Brewing. This is their Golden Monkey, and that is a Abbey Triple. This is only a 9.5%, so it's at the low end of the triple scale. It's almost. I don't consider these beers usually triples, so they get above 10%. But this is 9.5%, and they're calling it a triple. Uh, I I poured at a beer festival for these guys for Victory about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was a very strong beer then to me because my palate and where it was at the time, and ended up drinking 3 or 4 of these beers while I was pouring and got my buzz on for sure. So kind of a big beer, and what I remember it being a little on the boozier side at the time. But let's see what this one brings. I picked up a 6-pack of these and decided to go ahead and review it since I hadn't reviewed it before, and see what this brings to it. If you want to get in the hammer lane, these bigger beers like this will get you there quick, no doubt about it. And it's not an expensive beer. I think it's a $10 or $11 for a 6-pack, and which is not bad. Maybe $11.99, something like that for 6 of those at 9.5%. It's a pretty good deal there. So let's see what this one brings to the table. Commercial description on this says, enchanting and enlightening, this golden frothy ale boasts an intriguing herbal aroma, warming alcohol, and that's what I remember. Esters on the tongue and light but firm body to finish, exotic spices and subtle notes to both the aroma and flavor, strong, sensual, and satisfying is what it says here. Food pairings for the style of beer. Cuisine is Mediterranean. Cheese is a sharp blue cheddar and your more stronger cheeses, Gorgonzola Limburger. And the meat is pork and poultry. Glassware is snifter, goblet, or chalice. I got my favorite snifter, which is a solid beer glass. And here it says can be solid for a long time, 9.5%, so I would say keep for a while. And it does have a bottled on date. It says bottled on February 19th of 2016. Written on the label in white, very easy to read. 9.5% alcohol written on the label here also. It doesn't have the IBUs written on here. But 2 out of 3 ain't too bad, I don't guess, especially if we're getting the date and the alcohol. It's not stamped on the bottle. It's not an enjoy buy. It's not a best buy date. It's got a bottled on date. Thumbs up to those guys at Victory for that. Don't think there's anything else we need to talk about, so it's time to get the cap off this bad boy and get it in the glass. And it has a light sediment cake on the very bottom of it. A little aggressive on the back end of that pour, and you can see what happens when you do that. We got a good 2 fingers of head on that. Very good looking beer, kind of clear. I can see the bowl through it. A lot of bubbles streaming up. Nice carbonation on that beer. Nice orange tangerine color. A little lighter color on the thin part of the glass. Good looking beer. It really, really is. Let's get a nose on it. Wow. Big Belgian yeast. Not getting a lot of booze on the nose. Yeah, I am getting some coriander, maybe some spices. Hints of banana and clove. And the head seems to be sticking around quite a bit. I mean, as you can see, we still got a good 2 fingers of head there. Looks pretty good. What do you think? It's time to get over into the Hammerlane, 9.5%. Cheers. Slight hint of some alcohol. Almost a 10%er. But it's not boozy. Now, when I had this, when I was pouring this on draft at the festival 3 or 4 years ago, I mean, it, to me, was kind of boozy, but it was delicious, but it kicked my butt. Halfway through the beer festival, we got a thunderstorm, and everybody run for cover, and we were standing there, didn't have anything to pour for anybody, so we just sat there and sipped on Golden Monkey, and like I said, the time it quit raining, I had my buzz going on, no doubt about it. Wow, very nice. I don't think I have the IBUs listed here anywhere on either side. Nope, I sure don't. So, let's sip on this for a little bit. Definitely getting the clove and coriander and the banana from the Belgian yeast. Maybe a little fruitiness in there, apples or apricots or something. Very pleasant, very nice. Very easy drinking for 9.5% to me. Now, depending on where your palate is, you might say, oh man, that thing was so boozy I couldn't drink it. I mean, if you're just getting into craft beers or triples, this may seem a lot boozier to you than it does to me, but with me drinking the different beers that I drink, some of them even over 20%, 21%, especially the Avery beers, this doesn't seem boozy at all to me now. But when I first had it, I thought it was kind of boozy, and it did kick my butt. I remember that. I remember having a big buzz when I left that beer festival. So, all right, let's take it outside. Nice outside today, about 80 degrees, and sip on this, and I might even fire up a stogie to go with this. Very nice, very nice. I'll be right back and we'll do the final chug and grade and see where this one ends up after it warms up just a little bit. Alright guys, I'm back. We're sipping on this about 35-40 minutes. I personally think this is a very tasty beer. A lot better than what I remembered when I first had it. Not as boozy to me now than it was then. Of course, I drink a lot of bigger ABV beers now than I did then. Very nice. For a lower end of the triple, which is 9.5%, cloves, coriander. So a little bit of tropical fruit notes in there, maybe some marmalade or some apples or mango, coriander, cloves, Belgian yeast going on there gives it that, I hate to say bubblegummy taste, but I'm getting the strong influence from the Belgian yeast. Very pleasant. Final chug. Kind of delicious to me, guys. A nice change up from my typical IPAs and stouts. Doing the Golden Monkey here from Victory. Very nice beer, guys. I enjoy it. I do think it's an A beer. I really do. With that being said, I'm on the fence between an 8 and a 9. I'm gonna probably go ahead and give it the 8, which is an A minus. I do think it's an A beer, but it's so close to being a 9 beer. I think it's a little lower on the scale for a triple. To me, this would be a double at 9.5. I don't, like I told you earlier, I don't consider them triples till they get above the 10%, but it's pretty close, 9.5%. So, Yeah, 8 from me. I mean, yeah, 8 from me. A minus. Numeric rating for me would probably be a 92 or a 93 on the scale. But I do appreciate these guys at Victory putting the bottled on date instead of a best by or enjoyed by date. And it's on the label where you can read it. It's not written on the bottle. It can be smudged off. So very nice packaging on this one. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 84, which is in the good range, considerably low number to me. And over to Rate Beer, they say 95 overall and 97 in the style. And if you say, oh, it's a 10 beer, I wouldn't argue with that. I do think it's an A beer. I think it's a well-made beer. Nice coriander and clove, and the Belgian yeast is definitely there. So that being said, I enjoyed this. It's a nice change up for me. So if you've had this one, let me know what you think. Either you, and from the reviews I've read on this, either you like it or you don't like it. So I like it. I do like it. Like I told you earlier, this is a good one, not a high price beer that'll put you in the hammer lane fast. You drink 2 or 3 or 4 of these, and you definitely gonna have your buzz going on, no doubt about it. And for the price, you know, between $10 and $12 for 6 of them, that's a good deal to me. So, with that being said, if you've had it, let me know what you think, guys. Victory's Golden Monkey. Pretty tasty. Alright, guys, come on back tomorrow. Let's see what we can dig out of the fridge. We'll see if we can dig another tasty beer out. See you then.